Testing, testing. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight we are back with UFRL Tier 3. And tonight we are in Hungary. As people might have watched yesterday, that in Tier 2 they were also at the Hungarian Grand Prix for their mystery track. So we've got 2 days of Hungary for UFRL. One of my more favourable tracks, I'd say, Hungary. Very much a fan of it. I know there's people 50-50 with it. But yeah, for me, I do quite like the Hungarian Grand Prix. It looks like we've got 17 people driving tonight. And it will be a short qualifying, followed by a 35 lap race. So lots of coverage to come tonight in UFRL. Hopefully we will get the go ahead pretty soon to start. Just waiting for everyone to say we are lights out and away we go. But yeah, I'll just go through the standings, CNFB updated, which they have. So at the moment, DD Friend is leading the way. He has got P2 and P1 in his last 2 races. So he's having a great season so far. And he already has an 8-point lead over Batman. So I am Batman in the Williams. DD Friend in the Mercedes are your front 2. Then we've got D Morby. I can actually say it now, in the Aston Martin, who's 18 points away. 50 Gent is 4th. Ziggy is 5th. Cowley is 6th. Shazam is 7th. 8th is Bevan. 9th is Mr. Potwash. And making up the top 10 is Mr. Piggy. 11th is Angry Badger. 12th is Cindy Fella. 13th is James Killer. 14th is Rotty in the other Mercedes, who is racing tonight. PRV widget, sorry. Wilco is 16th, Goofy is 17th, and Kezanator is 18th. So there we go. Can DD Friend continue the streak of obviously last week, the one that I commented on? DD Friend did start P2, but he did go on and win the race very much deservedly as well. Had a good little battle with D Morby. I believe, if I remember rightly, D Morby had a penalty. My memory's not the best nowadays, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he got a penalty. D Morby actually finished first, but DD Friends kept them penalties away, and he went and won the race. Yeah, so we'll wait and see what tonight brings us. Again, good little battles going along in Tier 3 this season. It was a great watch last week in Belgium. But hopefully we're going to get the go-ahead pretty soon. Hopefully the connection does improve. It just looks like a few. My apologies. It looks like a few people are struggling a bit with their connection. Hopefully it does improve. Hopefully not going to have a laggy setup. Currently got 17 people watching this evening. Hopefully we get their numbers up, get people to watch Tier 3. We have been given the green light, so when everyone's ready, please do ready up. And we will get this Tier 3 race started. And here we go. I'm not too sure what the weather is like. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's going to be a dry qualifying. That's what it looks like on my screen. Be interested to see what the race is. Cinderfella says, "What's going on?" I hope that means what are we starting? And we are starting now, so hopefully that asks your question. Viva says, "Come on, Mercs." So he's a Mercedes fan. Wants the Mercedes to do well. They are having a really good time in Tier 3 at the moment. Surely got a great chance of winning another race tonight. We'll wait and see. Those some good competition evening as well. Viva, hope you are well. There we go. Let's see who's going to be the first out. It looks like the Ferrari of Angry Badger is setting out on his lap, as well as D Morbury. So there is quite a lot of people already out on track. Doug says, "Up the Williams." Yeah, hopefully Iron Batman can continue his good ways. Obviously struggled a tiny bit in Belgium. Not too bad, but he did recover. He finished 4th or 5th, but he was probably hoping for better. So we're still on board with PRV Widget because he will be the first to start his flying lap. Kesenator has retired from the session. Guessing he took a engine penalty, or he did have a quali penalty. Mr. Piggy is on holiday, so not good for the Williams. Unfortunately, they will be losing out on some points with him tonight. But hopefully, if Mr. Piggy is listening, hope you're having a great time on holiday, Mr. Piggy. I doubt you are, because you're probably too busy enjoying yourself. But yeah, hope you are having a great time. So PRV Widget is going to start his flying lap now. DRS is open. He's using his ERS down the straight. We're going to see how he does in this first corner. Again, you can lose and gain a lot of time. He does lose the back end, so that's really going to suffer his time in sector 1. He might be able to just be able to keep it, but his first sector is going to be, as he comes up this little bit of a hill, it's a 29.0. Let's see what De Morbre's is. It's a 27.6. So you see, obviously, a big gap just in sector 1 with them two. PRV Widget has actually backed out. So we're going to stay on board with De Morbre. Hopefully he doesn't get held up by the Red Bull racing car. De Morbre's flinging this car around. His second sector is a 55.2. Just doesn't hit that apex there. Probably loses a 10th or so. But it's looking pretty good. He is really trying here. As he comes round the final corner, DRS will now be open. Battery is going to go, and it's going to be a 1:17.7. Sorry, I was watching him, and Iron Batman was actually in front, and he gets a 1:17.8, so really close. Cinders comes P3 with a 1:18.1. Ziggleston goes 1:19.4. James Killer is a 1:20.6, and PRV Widget 1:27, but he did back out. So let's see what his first sector will be here before we go and find someone closer to the end. I think Mr. Potwash, he's about to set a time. He is. So PRV Widget's a second up, so much better from him. We're gonna stay on board though with the championship leader, I believe, unless we can find someone. We're gonna go on board with Shazam actually, because he will be the next to cross the line. It's gonna be P7 with a 1:19.3. 50 Gen is not having a lap. He's going for another out lap, so that's very interesting from 50. Let's go on board now with the championship leader. DD Friend round the corner now. One more corner. Iron Batman goes quickest with 1:17.3. Goes for another flying lap, and it's a great lap from Iron Batman. DD Friend will cross the line, and it's a 1:17.5. Puts him P2. So at the moment, it is Advantage Williams. PRV Widget now crosses the line. And he must have invalidated or backed out, because fortunately, Bevan in the McLaren goes quickest with a 1:16.9. These times are tumbling down now. So there we go. The McLaren of Bevan has come out of nowhere. Didn't even watch his lap, which I can only apologise for. But it looks like everyone is going for 2 flying laps on these tyres. People are really trying to get the most out of their tyres. Shazam now crosses the line, which is going to be another flying lap. We're going to go on board with 50 though. Let's go and see. He's running out of fuel, but it is flashing. Hopefully he's got enough to cross the line. Sure, it'll be fine. He is going to cross the line now, and it's going to be a 1:18.3. Puts him P6. Who were we on board with earlier? It was Rotti, wasn't it? Rotti. So let's go on board with the Mercedes of Rotti, who has, I think, backed out. He was 1.6 seconds. And yeah, he's not using his ERS, so that will be him. James Killer crossed the 1:19.1. Let's go on board. The only person who hasn't set a time, which we're not going to go on board with him because he's not setting a time yet. He's going for another out lap. Interesting to see what everyone's doing tonight. It's very interesting. Very intrigued by this, to be honest. A lot different from Belgium. Obviously, Belgium's a lot longer lap, so people were just going for one flying lap. But let's go on board with Shazam, because I think he is setting a time, which he is, and it's going to be a 1:19.4. does not improve on his time. Cowley is not on a lap, so 50 Gent isn't on a lap. And I think that is it at the moment. I think everyone is either coming in or not quicker. Actually, PRV Widget is quicker by 7 tenths. Goes a bit wide. Did he invalidate? I think he was just about okay. And he is 7.5 seconds up, so we're going to stay on board with him. He's got a car in front, which I hope doesn't hold him up. Oh, I don't know what car it is. It does. I think he backed out of it again. He did. So PRV Widget has backed out of that lap, I believe. He does go quicker with a 123, but pretty sure he had to back out that lap from the Mercedes. I don't know if the Mercedes might be in a bit of trouble there. Looks like I'm not sure. I didn't see it too well, but again, it's not my place to say. Kezenator has said he's got an engine penalty, so he'll be starting at the back. Guessing the same with Angry Badger. Again, not a bad one to take an engine penalty. Yeah, so we'll wait and see. Mr. Potwash now, is he improving in Sector 1? He is by 3 tenths, so good start from him. Kingy OG says, let's go, Aston. They are currently second. He's just gone second. I've missed that, but he is 1:17.0. Very close to Bevan, but he has gone P2 now. And Ziggleston, who's P10. And Tesco Mill Deals, love the name, says, come on, Bevan, business as usual. Iron Batman isn't on that. DD Friends just started his. Cowley has just gone P3. We're 1:17.5. Missing all these laps. Just kind of trying to find someone. I keep missing them. Craig Wilcote is just starting a lap. Mr. Potwash has crossed the line. He goes P6 with a 1:17.6. Let's go on board now with the championship leader, DD Friend. Let's see if he can improve. Currently down in P5. I think Iron Batman is... Yep, Iron Batman's gone for another outlap. So we're going to stay on board with the Mercedes. As DD Friend now into the third sector now. Can he get his car further up the grid? Currently P5. ERS nearly all used. Round the final corner. DRS going to be open, and it's going to be a 1:17.3. Does improve, but he still stays in P5. Cannot move out that P5 position. Now let's go on board with I Am Batman. He did improve in his first sector. Let's see what his second sector will be. Let's see if he can still improve. His second sector is 4 tenths up. So at the moment, it's going to be really close. Can Iron Batman in the Williams get himself up to pole position? It's going to be really close. He's going to have a car in front of him who does get out of the way. No problem there. The Aston, I think it was the Aston Martin, did get out of the way. As Iron Batman now round the final corner. DRS, ERS is all going to be used. And it does go quickest. It's a 1:16.7. A great lap from the Williams. Really good there from Iron Batman. Let's go on board with 50, who did improve by a tenth in his first sector. Everyone can get 3 flying laps out their tyres if they need to. Still 6 minutes left in qualifying. But Doug will be really happy with that Williams performance, as 50 has lost it and he has crashed. Has he lost his tyres? No, he hasn't. He's just lost the front wing. So 50 luckily still in this race, but has lost his front wing. not a problem. He can come in and go for another one. But it was frustrating when he was. As Ian Bevan have missed that completely. Keep missing his laps. He's just made an absolute flyer and gone a 1:16.3. 4 tenths quicker than anyone else. Wow. That is unbelievable from the McLaren driver. As Shazam goes quicker with a 1:18.3, puts in P9. As UFRL Curly, well, this will be his last lap, I believe. As Cinders has just started his flying lap, does go wide into turn 1, which will affect his whole qualifying lap. Don't think it'll be too bad. I think he kept it just okay, but as Cinders comes up, and it's going to be about the same time. I think he did suffer a bit. Rotti is 2 tenths up on his current time. So at the moment he'll be going up to probably P8. Could go further though. Ziggleston in sector 2 now. He is, I think that was 8 tenths up. My eyesight's not as good as I can see it. Don't know if it was a 0 and 8. I think he's definitely improving. I just don't know how by how much. As Ziggleston comes round the final corner now. ERS is going to be open, and he's going to set a 1:17.9. A really good job from the Aston. Obviously was 8 tenths up. He goes at 1:17.9, so P7 for him. Cinders crosses the line and goes quicker than him and goes up to P7. And then Rotti goes even quicker with 1:17.3. So there we go. Ziggleston, then Cinders, then Rotti. All beat each other, so there we go. I think Corley's just about to start his flying lap, so we'll watch him in just 2 seconds because Craig Wilco is just finishing his flying lap. And Craig Wilco will cross the line to 1:18.1, puts him P10. Goofy, I see, has joined us. So he'll be he's qualifying just now. We're going to go on board with the Red Bull though, because he is now in sector 2. I don't think anyone else is going to post anything. Actually, Goofy will be setting a time, so we're staying on board with him. And Goofy will cross the line to 1:19.0, puts in P13. We're going to go on board with the Red Bull though, who's 4 tenths up. So can he get himself up to P2? I think Bevan might be in a league of his own here in qualifying. I might be completely wrong, but at the moment it does look a long way for the other drivers to come. Cowley's going to cross the line. It's going to be a 1:16.8. Puts in P3. Does not go to P2 above Iron Batman, but into the top 3. D. Mowbray's still warming up his tyres. Rotti is on a flying lap here. We're going to go on board with PRV Widget, I think, who is 1.4 seconds up. He really suffers on that last corner. I think he's done it for the last 2 times now. But PRV Widget's going to cross the line, and it's going to be a 1:18.2. Puts him up to P11. So much better from the Racing Bulls. Goofy wasn't on a lap. We're going to go on board with D. Mowbray's just starting his flying lap. I think he must have suffered. Surprise Bevan is out again. Let's go on board with D. Mowbray is going slower. Iron Batman is going to come up to sector 1 now. So let's see what his is. He's a 10th down. So at the moment, not going to improve. Let's go on board with Mr. Potwash here. And he is 3/10 down on his time. Can he get close to the 2 Mercedes here? Running out of ERS, so we'll wait and see as he comes round the final corner here in the Kick Sauber. He is going to go to the line, and it's going to be P5 for Mr. Potwash. Goes a 1:17.2. DD Friend is into the pits. Let's see if Bevan will improve on his time. He's just down on his time at the moment. I don't think it's going to matter unless any of the people at the back can improve. 50 now. He is a tiny bit up on his time. So is Shazam. Let's see what Shazam's second sector is. And he is 1.4 seconds up, so he will not be improving. We're going to stay on board with 50 then in the McLaren, the other McLaren here. And he is going to cross the line. It's going to be a 1:18.1, puts him P11. Mr. Potwash has done his lap. So the only person left is Bevan, and he is coming into the pits. So there we go. That is your top 3. You've got the McLaren of Bevan. Then P2 is I Am Batman, and P3 is Cowley. EOG says your brightness is super high. Let me try and change that. Not sure if I can do it in this one. Hopefully I did change it a tiny bit. Hopefully that's a bit better for everyone. So there we go. That is your qualifying. The McLaren of Bevan does take it. And did he take it? All right, he went 4/10 quicker than the P2 driver of Iron Batman. Then a close behind Iron Batman was the Red Bull. Then followed by the Aston Martin. And then rounding out the top 5 was Mr. Potwash in the Kick Sauber. So we're going to have a 5-minute break. Go get your drinks and go chill out for a second, and we will be back, and we will be ready to race as soon as Mr. or Mrs. P or Viva says we can go. So please do wait for them. I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, I am back, and we will be going any second now, I can imagine. Again, I did see a 36-minute pass. We are ready to go, so hopefully we'll be lights out very shortly. Hopefully the drivers are all ready now. I think it was 17 in the end we have, so it's going to be a good race indeed. Again, I'm not too sure what the weather is at the moment. It does look dry. So it looks like a dry race at this moment in time. And here we go. We have the 3, we have the 4, we have the 5 lights. And we are green, and we are there, and we are go. So Bevan and Iron Batman both having really good starts there, but it looks like the McLaren of Bevan does keep the race lead. And there's contact between the Red Bull and Williams. Not too sure if either got damage. One car is invisible at the moment of D. Mowbray. I think he has been chucked out of this. It looks like he's at the back, but it's saying he's, well, it looks like on my screen he's P4, but not too sure what's going on here at the moment. There we go, it has sorted itself out, but the McLaren of Bevan has retained the lead in this race. Not too sure what happened to the Aston though. Looks like it has been sorted now. As everyone just follows each other. Angry Badger is up to P11, has just taken PRV Widget. So great start by Angry Badger, because obviously he was he took an engine penalty, didn't he? So yeah, great start from the Ferrari there. Bevan got a 1.2 second lead already over Iron Batman, so he's already out of DRS zone. DD Friend down in P8, so not the greatest starts from the World Championship leader at the moment. Obviously a long way to go. Rotty right behind the Aston Martin of D. Mowbray here, but D. Mowbray is right behind Mr. Potwash, who currently is in P4. Let me just get the lap data up, and I will get the stops. Here we go. So the top 10 are all on mediums. There has been contact. PRV Widget has had contact. And unfortunately for him, he has had a spin. So he's down in P15 now. But there you go. There are the tyre choices at this moment in time. Most people going for that medium tyre. And there we go. There are your position changes at the moment. Mr. Potwash is up 1. D. Mowbray is down 1. Rotty is up 1. Craig Wilco, great start from him, up 3. DD Friend is down 2. Shazam is up 3. But look at that. Angry Badger already up 6 positions. And he is right behind the Haas driver of Shazam. Shazam with the DRS though. Angry Badger, is he going to have a go into turn 1? We're going to stay on board with this battle. But let's go back up to 4th and 5th, because D. Mowbray and Mr. Potwash side by side here. Who's going to back out of it? Mr. Potwash, and they're still side by side. A bit of contact, but Mr. Potwash is not letting this go easy. Still side by, and they do touch. It was always going to happen around that corner. Neither backed out. And Rotty, just watching it, goes up to P4 here. So great work from Rotty. Just waited for them two to have that bit of contact. Hopefully none of them have major damage, but it was a big hit. So again, they were side by side up that hill. It's never going to end well. Someone has to back out of it, and no, neither of them did. Angry Badger is up 7 now. He's up to P10. Let's see if either Mr. Potwash or D Morby will pit. Mr. Potwash stays out and D Morby stays out. So neither of them must have got that bad of damage, which is good to see. Bevan now 2 seconds ahead of the Williams driver. DD Friend now, can he have a go? He nearly hits the back of the Red Bull racing car of Craig Wilco. DD Friend now side by side with D Morby, and DD Friend does get P7 now, going ahead of the Aston. The Aston now with his teammate Ziggleston. Certified Deck says up the Aston Lions. Yeah, they're not doing the best at the moment. They need to do, obviously, D Morby down 4 positions and Ziggleston still keeping his position. So, but the one I'm interested in is the Ferrari of Angry Badger on the hards. So the least they not one of the quicker tyres, you know, the least, but it has got more durable, and he is absolutely flying on them. Obviously got a lot of traffic now, but he's already made up 7 positions starting at the back of the field. So I think Angry Badger could be in for a really, really good race here. We're going to have to go on board for P2 and 3 though, because the Williams and the Red Bull having a great little battle here. Cowley is going to have a go now into this corner. Surely he goes for the inside line. Stays behind, but these two having a really good battle. 2 seconds now is the gap between Bevan and I Am Batman. Be interested to see if there's a 2 or 1 or 2 stopper. But there's a few gaps, but from 6th all the way down to 14th, there is hardly one gap. They're all following each other, so you can see some really good battling going to be on the cards in the next few laps. James Killer now closing onto the back of the Haas of Shazam. DD Friend has actually got ahead of Craig Wilco as well, so he is back up to P6 where he started. DD Friend just needs a bit of time to get into races and he becomes really good. If he had this right at the start, he would be flying. Again, he is leading, so what I'm saying is stupid, but in Belgium he had that bit of tough start, but maybe he's just looking after his tyres. Maybe he's just being the sensible one out of everyone. So he looks really quick now. He's caught up to the back of Mr. Potwash. Looks the quicker of the pair at the moment. So we'll wait and see. I think pit stops might be soon though, because it looks like people are really struggling on them medium tyres. It'd be interesting to see if it is a 2-stopper. "35 laps is quite a few of them, so we'll wait and see." James Killer just loses the back end there. 50 Gent has caught up to the back as well of this pair. 3 people have got penalties, which is Ziggleston, PRV Widget and Kesonator. PRV Widget, Cinders and Kesonator all had to pit. So they're currently down the pack. We're going to go on board with Angry Badger though, because he is really close now to the Aston of D Morby. Got past Ziggleston. He's up 8 positions. Will it be 9 by the end of this straight? Needs to be too far back, but his car just looks super quick. He's going to have to go the long way, but let's wait and see if he can get the traction. Looks like he has, and he will be up to P8. Amazing stuff from the Ferrari of Angry Badger here. You've got to say, at the moment, he's up 9 positions. I don't think anyone can stop him at the moment. DD Friend now right on the back of Mr. Potwash. Craig Wilco has picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Again, this track is tough on the warnings. I remember one race I did for UFRL. I finished maybe P2 or P3, but I got about 15-second worth of time penalties for multiple warnings. So I finished like P12. So you can easily pick up time penalties around here. Seems like a very easy track to do that. As everyone settles in now, we're going to go on board with the Red Bull of Cowley again. Just staying behind the Williams. Seems like he doesn't want to have a go into the corners. But Iron Batman's probably been really clever keeping his battery around Sector 2 and Sector 3 where they can't really get past. But they're not losing the McLaren of Bevan. Bevan keeping that 2.2 second lead. So still a lot to play for. These three have got quite a gap though between P4 and 5, as DD Friend has now got ahead of Rotti, and Craig Wilco is into the wall. Luckily he is not out. It might be a safety car if he can't get that car moving. It looks like it is. It's a virtual at least. It might be a full. I don't see the safety car though, so hopefully it's just a virtual. Again on my screen, I'm not sure. No, it is. It's going to be a full course safety car. I see the safety car at Sector 1. So we're going to have a safety car, which I guess means most of the people on the mediums will come into pit. Iron Batman is coming in, but oh, it might have been someone getting lapped. It was Kesenator. So Kesenator did stay out, but again, all the people are coming in. Angry Badger has stayed out. It's not really gone well for Angry Badger here. Always a danger starting on the hards. If I was him, I think I would have pitted. But it's always a tough one. Again, I think we talked about this last week. I would never go on the hards. Don't think to start a race anymore. I'm surprised that I thought he would have pitted, because it is a two-stopper. Because people have gone mediums again, so it's going to be definitely a two-stopper here. Unless somehow Angry Badger can get these tyres to go a one-stopper. As everyone has to catch up now, so as we are waiting for that, I will just go through the race leaderboard at the moment. It is currently the Ferrari of Angry Badger, P1. Great drive from him so far, but again he has not pitted compared to the others. So at the moment Angry Badger is P1. The McLaren of Bevan is to P2. Iron Batman is P3. Cowley is P4. Rotti is P5. 6th is Mr. Potwash. 7th is DD Friend. 8th is PRV Widget, but again, he hasn't pitted. D Morby is 9th, and Shazam is P10. We've got a few drivers who are 20 seconds back, so we'll definitely have one more lap of the safety car. Could be two. Again, who do you think is going to win this race? If you want to put in your answers in the chat, please do. Who do you think will be McLaren of Bevan be able to hold off Iron Batman and Cowley? Or will anyone get ahead of the McLaren? Or will there be another safety car and Angry Badger and everyone else has to pit and Angry Badger goes and wins this race? Because if he does, that'd probably be one of the best wins you would ever see in UFRL, because he started at the back P17 and he could finish P1. It'd be really tough for him, as Kezenator has retired from the session. Not too sure what's happened there. I think he must have retired in the pits. I'll show you there are the penalties. 3 seconds for PRV Widget, 3 seconds for Ziggleston, and 3 for Craig Wilco. There are your stops. As you can see, PRV Widget and Angry Badger are the only people not to pit. And there are the position changes. As I said, Angry Badger up 16, as the safety car is going to be in this lap, so everyone has caught up now. Bevan, Iron Batman and Cowley all down 1. Rotty is up 2. Mr. Potwash did get ahead of DD Friend again, because DD Friend obviously got stuck a bit by his teammate. PRV Widget up 4. D Morby down 5 and Shazam up 3. But as Angry Badger now just holds up the pack, when will he go? He's going to have to go pretty soon, and he has gone. And Bevan, really well done there. He's got a really good slipstream. We're going to stay on board with him. He's going to be side by side into turn 1. Later on the brakes, more confident, and he will take that position. So really, really important move there by the McLaren. And he has got past the Ferrari of Angry Badger. Needed to get that done quick, because now he can maybe go up the road, and Angry Badger's not going to be an easy one to overtake. So that was really important by the McLaren driver there. We're going to go down to D Morby though, because he has got behind PRV Widget. Obviously Widget on them older tyres, as Bevan already has a 1.3 second lead. But Iron Batman, Rotty has got Cowley, so Rotty somehow has got ahead of the Red Bull. Really good drive so far from Rotty in that Mercedes. As Cowley has to pit, so he must have got front wing damage. We're going to go on board with him, because something has happened. As he's lost his front wing somehow. So Bevan already 2.4 seconds ahead of Angry Badger. But Angry Badger keeping Iron Batman and Rotty behind. As Keza said, crashed because car felt weird while turning. Really big shame for you, Kez, but hopefully back stronger next week. And I apologise, track. Tyres are up for you. Let's go on board with the Aston though. Having a good little battle here with DD Friends, both in this championship fight. So big position this, as D Morby nearly had a go into that corner. There's a caution in sector 2. Not too sure what it was. We're going to stay on board with this though, because there could be a lot of position changes, as DD Friend is into the pits. So DD Friend must have got damaged somehow. D Morby now, does he get DRS? He doesn't, so he could be in a lot of trouble here, D Morby, from Shazam. And Shazam does take that position. They're going to go side by side into turn 1. D Morby does keep the position. Let's see if he can into turn 2. They're side by side. D Morby does give him space, and he has the better exit, so he will stay in P6. We're going to go on board with Angry Badger, because not only is he lost out to Iron Batman, he's now lost out to Rossi, and he has got Mr. Potwash right behind him. Again, Angry Badger now starting to struggle on them tyres, as 50 Gent now goes up to P8 and has passed James Killer. as DD Friend on a set of softs now. So not the best races for DD Friend or Cowley. Now, Cowley was having a really good race. As we're going to go on board with Mr. Potwash. Surely he's got this position, and he has. He's up to P4. But as you can see, Bevan has got a 4-second lead now over Iron Batman. I think it's about 3.5 once Iron Batman did overtake Angry Badger. Again, Angry Badger's now he's got to stay out with these guys and just hope. Everyone's got to pit again. They're not going to be able to get to the end on them. So Angry Badger has to get to lap 20 on them hards, really, if he wants to do a one-stopper. Which is going to be really, really tough. As Mr. Potwash now closing up to the back of Rotty. Rotty just lost the back end now of Iron Batman, over 2 seconds behind that. And Mr. Potwash at the moment will be in that DRS, so could be really interesting down the start-finish straight. Let's go on board with Mr. Potwash in this Kick Sauber. DRS and ERS will be used, and it's going to be, looks like it's going to be quite a simple move, and it is. Mr. Potwash up to P3. Takes the apex really nice as well, maybe a bit too well, but he does get that position. Can he keep it though? Does have the DRS, so pretty much done there for Mr. Potwash. But again, I'm sure Rotty will be back next lap. Shazam and 50 having a really good battle. 50 now up to P7. 50 always having them really good races. Struggles a bit in the qualifying, it always seems. But look, as you can see, he's up 4 positions. Angry Badger still up 12. It's really close now between 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th and 11th. All close there. Some good battles going on. As there we go. Bevan now 5 seconds ahead of Iron Batman. Top 2 kind of walking away with it here. Anything can change, a safety car, but at this moment in time, doesn't look like Bevan's going to be caught. As we have started lap 16 now. As these guys have now caught up to the back of Angry Badger. Obviously Angry Badger must be struggling on them 15 lap hard tyres now. But again, he's just got to try and keep with these guys. It's always tough when you start on the hards, but yeah, we'll wait and see. Hopefully for him, a safety car will come out about lap 20. He's got to stay out now. He's committed, so as we go through the second to last corner now, D-Morby's just got to stay as close as he can. Angry Badger does lose the back end a tiny bit, which will affect his next corner. Angry Badger will have kept all his ERS to try and defend this position, and he has done it. He has kept the Aston Martin behind. As you can see, there's about 6 cars now getting involved in this battle. Angry Badger probably just saving a bit of ERS here. Up this straight and round these corners, I'd say. Probably turn the ERS off just for that start-finish straight. As there's a caution in Sector 1. PRV Widget, I think, has had a spin. Not too bad, though. Doesn't look like it has affected his position. As Rotti and Mr. Potwash still having a really good battle for P3 and 4. As D. Morby has taken that position now. And so has 50. And Angry Badger has spun. Angry Badger now down in P10. Don't know if there was contact or just lost the back end. Sorry, he did go wide. I think 50 might have touched him, but I'm not too sure. I don't know if he just lost the back end. He probably will come into the pits now. As he does. So that is Angry Badger into the pits. Have to wait to see if he has any damage at all. 50 Gent now going for P5 from D. Morby. Will have the DRS. They're going to be fighting down this straight. As 50 Gent now up to P5 and does take that position from D. Morby. So we are lap 18 of this 35 lap race. Angry Badger does come out on the mediums and has to try and get them mediums to 17 laps, which is going to be really tough. Hasn't come out too far behind everyone, which isn't too bad. Again, with how well he was doing at the start of this race, he's really disappointed with what's happened. We're going to go on board with Mr. Potwash though, because Rotti and Mr. Potwash have changed around again. Rotti back up to P3. Both on them medium tyres. Will one of them jump and go onto them hards earlier than the other? Try and get the switcheroo. As James Killer has now got past D. Morby. Not too sure what happened there. I was too busy watching the fourth and the third have a battle. And D. Morby's lost out to James Killer. Obviously them hards are becoming the better of the tyres. But I thought with D. Morby having DRS with 50 Gen, I didn't think it would be a problem. It's a really good battle now between 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. Look how close they all are as Craig Wilco goes really wide there. .50 Gent is catching up to 3rd and 4th as well. Bevan has a 7-second lead now and Iron Batman has a 6-second lead. So at this moment in time, nothing will be happening with them two. As Ziggleston comes round this final corner, will have the DRS and surely makes the move on the Ferrari of Cinders. As you can tell just by the overtakes, the hards have become the much better tyre here. Ziggleston does go a bit wide. Cinders has a really good switchback. They're going to be side by side here. Depends who can have the better exit. I think it will be the Ferrari, and it is. So really good defending there from the Ferrari driver. They're going to be side by side, which is really scary up this hill. And Ziggleston cleverly backs out of it. We're going to go back on board with Mr. Potwash. But 50 Gent is catching up to this pair super quickly. He caught up about a second in about a lap. So in about half a lap's time, 50 Gent and James Killer will be right on the back of this pair. D. Morby probably will come into the pits at the end. I think all the mediums will probably come in this lap, as the top third and fourth both do. So they'll both be going on to hards, I believe. Good. It's a good thing for the hard people to know. They last about 10 or 11 laps, then mediums. Obviously, once the fuel gets lower, they are easier to look after. As D Morby stays out, so he might be going for a different strategy. He has to go for a set of hards or a soft at the end, as Shazam does take that position. 50 Gent now up to P3. So we'll try and get some air from James Killer and Shazam. D Morby now did lose out to Shazam, down in P6 now, and has Craig Wilco right behind him. As you can see as well, Rotty, Mr. Potwash, DD Friend all on the hards now. As PRV Widget has pitted as well and gone to a set of mediums. Angry Badger back up to 13th position. But he's got to try and get 13 more laps out of them mediums, which can be really tough. Surely D Morby is going to be into the pits. He is. I think he's probably pitted a lap or two too late. As you can see, these hards do last a lot longer than the mediums. We're going to have to go on board though with Angry Badger. This will be an interesting battle because Angry Badger is a quick drive around here, but Mr. Potwash is fighting for a podium. Mr. Potwash will not want to lose out on this position too easily, because again, once the hards become worked in, they will become the better tyre, especially with Angry Badger's 4 laps mediums already. It's a good little battle between these two though, currently P9 and 10. I think the hards will be in this lap or next. So I think the top 7 will be in very shortly. As we're going to go on board with the Red Bull of Cowley on 10 lap hards. Having a good battle here with Goofy in the kick. As Craig Wilco has pitted. He's the first to pit from them hards. So he's got to do 12 laps on them hards, which I don't think is going to be a problem. Goofy has now pitted. Cowley has continued. Mr. Potwash catching up to Rotty, but somehow Mr. Potwash has lost out a lot to Rotty. I'm not too sure what's happened there. I didn't really notice it, but maybe because there was someone in between. But there's now 2.7 second gap between the pair, so which is a big gap compared to what it was. 50 Gent is catching up now to Iron Batman. He was 7.8. He's now 6.8. So he's caught up about a second. Yeah, I think it'd be too much. Bevan is now 10 seconds ahead. Are these hard tyres at the top trying to get to the softs possibly? Are they going to try and get these hards to, say, 27, 28 and go on softs? Well, 50 Gent isn't. He's going to be the next person to go for the hards. I don't think it's a bad shout. I like it from 50. I think it's a really good call. Goofy has picked up a 3-second time penalty. He's going to be behind Rotty and Mr. Potwash. We'll see where he comes out compared to these two. It'll be about 6 or 7 seconds, I reckon. We'll wait and see. Angry Badger has stayed out, so 50 Gent has got to get past Angry Badger, and it is roughly about 5 seconds. As Ziggleston has now crashed into the barrier. Is it a safety car though? He has got himself out It looks like it's just a yellow flag. So that's good to see. Bevan now 11 seconds. Iron Batman should be pitting. He's gonna get really caught between Rotty and Mr. Potwash if he doesn't pit very soon. He must be losing about a second or two every lap. He's got to pit this lap. He doesn't. I think it's going to be really close. I do. I think as Bevan is staying out as well. So these guys trying to get to a set of softs. I don't think it's the right idea. I really don't. 50 Gent, as you can see, come out about 4.5 behind Mr. Potwash. And he's gone for another set of hards. So he's obviously a bigger fan of the hards. But he's gone for another set of hards, which is very interesting to see. Again, if Iron Batman pits now, it's going to be about a 24-second lead from Rotty, 24-25. It should be just about enough, but it is getting into that close range now where Iron Batman will come out behind the Mercedes. He must be losing quite a lot of time. Bevan, well, he's just in a race of his own. I think DD Friend did get past Goofy, or Goofy's catching up as Ziggleston has retired from the session. We're now down to 15 drivers left. We're going to go on board with 50 Gento. He's caught up to the back of Angry Badger. He's got to get past him down this straight if he wants to catch up to Mr. Potwash and Rotty and try and get himself into this podium position. The top four still aren't pitting. So are they trying to get these tyres to the end? It's either that or they're trying to get softs. There's 10 laps left. As 50 Gent does get past Angry Badger and he's up to 7th. 3.3 seconds behind Mr. Potwash. Rotty has taken P4 now from Shazam. So Rotty up to P4, 4.2 seconds behind James Killer, and which means he's still about 26 seconds. No. So Iron Batman will definitely come out behind Rotty and Mr. Potwash if I'm reading this right. Bevan has come into the pits. He's gone to a set of mediums. Iron Batman is into the pits. He's going to come out behind Rotty by a long shot. I think he's going to be about 10 seconds behind this lot. It'll be really interesting to see where he comes out. Yeah, he's come out behind Mr. Potwash and 50, so there you go. Iron Batman comes out P9. And look at this. Bevan, who was about 12 seconds ahead of Rotty, is now about 4.3. So as you can see, the undercut has worked out brilliant for Rotty and Mr. Potwash and 50. They've got a real big shout here for some serious points, because Iron Batman, he's way down. He's got the fresher tyre, but he's down in P9 now. Iron Batman already taking Angry Badger. He's got a lot of work though to do to try and get back up to P2. It's going to be a really interesting last 8 laps. as 50 has got past Shazam. Shazam, obviously, and James Killer must be trying to get these tyres to the end. It's not a bad shout. 7 laps to go. Iron Batman has got past D Morby. He's up to P7 now. He will catch up to the back of Shazam very quickly. But then he's got 50, Mr. Potwash and Rotty, who aren't going to be easy overtakes. Because not only are they really quick around this track tonight, PRV Widget has retired and we have got a full course safety car. So this has changed completely. So James Killer and Shazam will definitely come in. Will the others all come in for softs? That is the question. And I'm not too sure. I really wouldn't know what to do. We're going to see what Bevan does. I have no idea if I would go for softs or not. James Killer and Shazam will definitely go for softs. It'd just be interesting to see what Rotty and Mr. Potwash do. Bevan stays out. James Killer stays out. Rotty stays out. Mr. Potwash stays out. Surely someone goes different. 50 Gent stays out. Shazam does come in. So Shazam's the only one of the top 6 to come in. Iron Batman is in. Sorry, not Iron Batman. D Morby came in. Craig Wilco stays out. Cinders comes in. Angry Badger went onto the mediums. Has not worked out for Angry Badger in this race. What looked so promising has just was really unfortunate. Imagine if he didn't hit the last lap. Got a feel for him. James Killer, I can't believe he didn't hit though. He could have come out P7, possibly possibly P8, 7 with the fresh tyres. This safety car is going to be in lap 31 probably. I'm surprised no one went different. I thought someone might have a go, but we'll wait and see. I'm very shocked that James Killer didn't pit. Them hards must feel really horrible by now. So as Bevan just holds up back, waiting for everyone else. As you can see, we've still got people just coming around into Sector 2 now. So Cinders picks up a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings. I'll just go through the position changes with you. There's your... You've got Craig Wilco on 3, Cinders on 3 and Goofy on 3. And there's your position changes. At the moment, James Killer up 12. Really going to struggle to keep P2 though. We'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Rotty up 4. Mr. Potwash up 1. 50 is up 6. Iron Batman down 4. Craig Wilco up 3. Shazam up 5. D Morby down 5. Angry Badger up 7. Cinders down 3. Cowley down 9. DD Friend down 7. And Goofy down up 1. Goofy has pitted again. Goofy picks up a 3-second time penalty for, a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane. So I'm not sure if the safety car will be in this lap. It depends if they're waiting for Goofy and DD Friend. As you see, DD Friend still 12 seconds behind this lot. This is working out perfectly for James Killer. The safety car won't be in this lap. We're going to go round once more. So this is working out perfectly for James Killer. I don't think it's going to be enough still, but we'll wait and see. He's going to have a lot of defending to do. DD Friend has now caught up, so we're just waiting for Goofy to catch up to the back of the pack. He might come into the pits once more to get rid of that 10-second time penalty. But I think if he does, the safety car will be in this lap anyway. I'm not too sure what he's going to do. Actually, you can't do that anyway, I don't think. Can you? I think you can actually. Not sure if you can. He has stayed out, so. He's 18 seconds, so he should catch up by the time we get to this end. So we should be racing lap 32, and then we're going to have 3 laps of very tough racing, I reckon. It'll be very, very interesting to see what the next 3 laps. As everyone has caught up now. As you can see, the safety car is in this lap. So Bevan starts holding up the pack. Everyone warming up their tyres. James Killer trying to get some temperature in them 22 lap tyres. They must feel really, really horrible. Bevan still holding up the pack. Be interesting to see where he goes. And he has gone. So a really good getaway from Bevan. Let's go on board with Rossi, because he has had a really good start. And he is right behind the Alpine of James Killer. Obviously going to have the better tyre, which means he's going to have a better traction. James Killer does defend though. As you see, Bevan already 2 seconds ahead of this group. James Killer doing really well here, keeping the Mercedes behind. We can't go anywhere other than this battle, because there's going to be about 5 or 6 cars involved in this. As you can see, we've got the Mercedes of Rotti, the Kick Sauber of Mr. Potwash, the McLaren of 50. Shazam picked up a 3-second time penalty for most points, and I Am Batman. And Shazam, but he has picked up a time penalty now. D. Morby is at the back. He's had a spin somewhere. There's a caution in set 2, which I'm guessing is him. As you can see, Bevan 4.6 seconds ahead. 50 Gent has gone wide. 50 Gent loses out to Iron Batman and Shazam. So 50 Gent did lose out 2 positions there. Iron Batman now going to try so hard to try and get past the pair of Mr. Potwash and Rotti. Rotti tries to get past the Alpine of James Killer. James Killer doing so well. Rotti tries to brake later. They touch, but I think Iron Batman here could be involved in this as well. Mr. Potwash goes wide somewhere, and Shazam goes past Mr. Potwash. Rotti does finally get past, and there's big contact. There's contact between Iron Batman and James Killer. So Iron Batman loses out. He goes to P10. Not too sure whose fault that was. But Rotti does get P2. But big contact between the Williams of Iron Batman and James Killer. Iron Batman will be fuming, absolutely fuming in that Williams. He was just a passenger, I think. It didn't look like he was involved in the battle, but he wasn't involved with that. I'm not too sure if Rotti cut across James Killer or James Killer lost the back end. As Angry Badger is up to P6 and fighting with Shazam. 50 Gent up to P4. Mr. Potwash is up to P3. Angry Badger up to P3, so P5, sorry. So Angry Badger somehow is back up into this race and up to P5. As the McLaren of 50 having a go with Mr. Potwash. 50 and Mr. Potwash side by side here. We're going to have to go with them as 50 does take P3. We're on lap 34. We have got one lap left of this race as Mr. Potwash is going to lose out to Angry Badger as well. Angry Badger up to P4 here. Angry Badger's got a chance for a podium. All this nonsense I was saying about Angry Badger not hitting at the right time and stuff. He's had an absolute brilliant one here, and now he is up to P4. And he has got a great chance here. Not only a P3, but he could possibly get to P2 here. He's on the fresher tyre. He's on the better tyre. The only thing 50 can do is hope he keeps in this DRS, because Angry Badger looks really scary at the moment. He is full of confidence. We're going to stay on board with this till the end, but it's going to have to be. 50 Gent will have the DRS. Angry Badger has the traction and the tyres, but can he get past? As Angry Badger puts the DRS on, puts the ERS on, so does 50. 50 is defending though, because Angry Badger, he's going to break later, I can imagine. He tries to go the long way. 50 defends well, leaves space, but Angry Badger does go wide. Cinders and Mr. Potwash having a battle there for 6th and 7th. DD Friend is up to 8th. James Killer unfortunately down in 9th. Batman in 10th. Iron Batman, he's got a few more chances because 50 is out of DRS now. We're going to go on board with Mr. Potwash though, because Mr. Potwash, even though he is P7, he should get P5 still, because Shazam and Cinders both have penalties. DD Friend's got a chance to get up to P6 because he hasn't got any penalties. He's got to have a good lap though here. Iron Batman, can he get onto this podium? It'll probably be one of the better podiums of the season. 50 Gent though, a really good person to defend. Hopefully Angry Badger doesn't do anything too silly. Really good driving from the pair. Angry Badger just leaves back and just catches the side of the curb. And there we go. Sorry, Bevan has won. I've completely forgot about who won. Rotty comes home 2nd. 50 Gent will be 3rd. Angry Badger 4th. Mr. Potwash is 5th. Shazam is 6th. Cinders is 7th. 8th is DD Friend. 9th is James Killer. 10th is D Morby. And that was a very interesting end to that race. Iron Batman will be absolutely fuming in that Williams. I'm not too sure what's happened there. As you can see, a double podium for the McLarens. A great drive from Bevan. Different class today. No one even got close to him. Got pole. Started P1. Other than Angry Badger when he didn't come in for the safety car, he led the whole race and thoroughly deserved. So there we go. The McLaren of Bevan has won it, and one of the easier wins of the season for that. Very thoroughly deserved. As you can see, also gets the fastest lap. The driver of the day has been voted to Angry Badger, which, yeah, I don't think you can complain about that. I think obviously Bevan, he dominated. I'm not sure if that means he's the driver of the day. Angry Badger obviously started last, came for P4, and as you see, Angry Badger probably the most exciting driver, most overtakes as well. But them two definitely probably joint driver of the days. It'd be tough to decide which one's which. But as you can see, there is your winner. And there are the results. Bevan P1, Rotty P2, and 50 is P3. That is tier 3 done for another week. It's another season. No, just another week. We will be back with tier 3 next week. But yeah, very enjoyable race, especially that last 3 or 4 laps. It was pretty crazy. Next week you are in Mexico, so we are going to South America, and we are in Mexico. But hope you all enjoyed the stream. That is UFRL Tier 3 done for another week. I'm Sainsy93. Hope you all have a good night. Night.